Finally made it to Halifax.
Started traveling on the train from Edmonton 5 days ago.
5 days ago?
We left Edmonton 5 days ago. This is the passage into Halifax. 5 days.
We're eating at Fries and Coat, and I got a lobster roll, fries, and Luke got mussels in garlic sauce. Our first meal in Halifax. Good morning from Halifax.
What's up?
We are in a canoe right now. If you guys are ever in Halifax, on the weekends they have free canoeing and stand-up paddleboarding on the weekends at St. Mary's Boathouse between 11 and 7 p.m. So still on the water, and you see that tower right there? That's the Halifax Dingwall Tower. Tower is almost up, and we've really been enjoying just looking at the different houses on the water. It's really, really pretty.
So we're on the Halifax Harbourfront, or Harbour Walk. Look, check this out. They have a real-life replica of Theodore Tugboat. It's a character from the TV series. I barely remembered it. I do not remember the show though. I just remember the character. Looks like you can just go on and check it out. If we want to, of course. So there's construction going on that side of the boardwalk. So they made a really, really creaky bridge. I don't know how long it took to make this one, but I'm glad they did.
I'm walking like a chunk.
There's more of the Harbourfront. You can see the other side. I'll show it. Which part of the... I haven't had a good look at the map yet, so I don't exactly know. Could be Dartmouth.
So we found another Canada 150 sign. I really wish they had like the name of the provinces though. They actually have a bunch of these chairs that are bolted to the ground. I mean the boardwalk, so you can like enjoy the nice weather.
So we got our car and we're just driving to the Halifax National Citadel right now. It's free because of the Parks Pass, and it really is on a big hill. I mean, look how high it is. So we're at the Halifax Citadel. Basically, it was a fortress on top of a giant hill to ward off attacks, and I guess it overlooked the ocean. So apparently soldiers used to live here in the year 1869, according to a pamphlet that someone gave me. So this is the inside. You can see the giant walls, how low we are actually. I guess the lookout's up there, or over there, whichever side's facing the ocean.
So, the squad marching into the zone right now is going to do the demonstration for us today. You'll notice that the uniforms they're wearing are pretty similar to mine. What they're wearing is called full marching order. So that's what they would actually wear if they were marching in the battle. Alright, so what they're doing now is preparing for bayonet exercise. So bayonet exercise is basically pretty much a routine that they do of all the different movements they can do when they have a bayonet fixed to the end of their rifle. Some of them are offensive while others are defensive. Alright, so very soon they're going to do what's known as an independent fire. So, during an independent fire, you kind of just fire yourself.
So we're just on the wall, or the lookout I suppose, and you can make a walk all around the perimeter. You can see the cannons aimed out at the harbour, where I suppose enemies would attack, at least. And you could see it. You could see it before all the condos were built. I think that's Dartmouth actually on the other side. But this perimeter goes all the way around, and there is a body of water there. So I suppose from that side you could see where you would, well, where enemies would appear first. Just a bit of a better view. This wheelchair-friendly ramp. Here for the rocks. So it's the trench, just right underneath the, I guess the lookout spot. Look ahead. All right, so we're in the trench. Oh my goodness. This is really cool. Because then there's the top and the lookout's right up there. Yeah, and then just keep your head down while you're down here. This is the latrine. I assume you know what it's for. But to note, this trench here is actually just a model of a trench in the First World War. The German side or British side is not important. So here's the entrance, I guess, from the lookout side. Although I don't see why you'd be entering from this side. Enemies would, in the drawbridge. The moat. And here's the lookout. Alrighty, so we're at the Amero Oval in Halifax, of course.
Sweet ride. You gonna ride that by yourself?
I wonder if I could. We can test that later.
Okay. We just finished tandem biking.
Yeah, we got it. We got on the bike. We did some laps without stopping.
Yeah, so if you're ever in Halifax, you guys can rent some bikes, scooters, rollerblades. I saw some skateboards, tandem bikes. You just need to bring a government ID. So we got a double bike. Let's see if you can see us.
I don't think they can see. Hey, double bike, look.
That's cheating. We're trying to see who can pedal the fastest without one of us pedaling. Clearly I went a bit faster.
We're gonna fall over, we're so fast. Pedal.
They're so mean. Look how they pass us, Luke. How do they pass us?
It's just a slower bike. This bike is much slower. We got the slow bike.
So Luke is on a winter bike. How in the world do you use that? Interesting. They look pretty cool. Bye. What happened?
Okay, I better watch the speed.
You look so tiny. You look so tiny. So we're at Williams Fish and Chips, and we're starting off with some chowder. So we got fish and chips, and Luke got scallop and chips. They're on newspapers, but they're not real newspapers because that would be unsanitary.
Alrighty, so we're at Point Pleasant Park, which is the very south end of Halifax. And this is the park, stony walkway. It's really shaded. So this park has some more trails to it, a lot different than Toronto parks, which don't have any trails. And they have Shakespeare performances just like they did at the Calgary Park, considered Shakespeare by the sea. So I think it's 20 minutes to walk from, or less than 20 minutes to walk from one end of Point Pleasant Park to the other. This is Sailors Memorial. I think this street is called Sailors Memorial Walkway. And there's a beach down there. This is the beach. This one's a very stony one. We've seen other ones like this in Ontario, particularly. Not into the water. She could throw it in the water. That's okay.
It's far.
All right, so final thing of the day, the Halifax Memorial, right at the beach. Yeah, it's a giant anchor. Dedicated to the men and women who died while serving with the Canadian Navy during peacetime.